Welcome friends to Red's Rats and Restos. Don't really do much but mess around with a little bit of stuff here and there. This is mainly a recording of videos and channels just for the use of my son. Me and him's gonna start working on some stuff together. He wants to learn how to do a little bit of mechanicking and tinkering around, so we're gonna just start to play around with some old stuff and see what comes of it. So this is the property that is in my family, and all kinds of stuff down here, all kinds of cars and junk, and it's not nearly as much as it used to be. My granddaddy owned this place and for many years, and back then it was a junkyard, and there's all kinds of cars all through the wood lines back through there, and all these fields had stuff in them, and well, not so much anymore. But there's still a few things down here that belong to me and my brother and my uncle. Some of it will end up belonging to my son. You may have noticed when we first started the video, there's a blue car in the shed up there. That's a 62 Corvair made by Chevrolet, and that was my first car. So it's pretty much tore down about nothing. It's been rear-ended 3 times, I think, since I've had it. Had a tractor run to the front of it many years ago. It just is what it is. So you'll notice as we go through different things and different video clips, you'll see some junk Corvairs laying around. You can tell this is a little bit cooler of a day here in Tennessee. This is the 1st of February, but it's not really too bad. But that's my brother's 49 Chevrolet, belonged to my grandmother. Then there's a couple old Impalas sitting around here that belong to him, and I've got a whole bunch of Corvairs. That's a 64. And then two 62s side by side. Both of them are 4-doors. None of them run. They're all just parts cars. But what we're looking at today for just a little bit is I'm just trying to find some parts for my old truck down here. This is, you'll see it in just a minute. It's a 79 Ford F-150. Belonged to my daddy. Brand new. The only thing he ever bought brand new. He got rid of it late 80s, early 90s. I don't remember now exactly the year that it was, but it's been a long time. So we finally got it back in the early 2000s, and we got it back pretty much the condition you're going to see it in, which is junk. Well, there's another Corvair. That's a 63 model. It's got a 4-speed in it, 80 horsepower motor, so not much pumpkin, but there you go. And that's a 61 Ford. Tree fell on it from the storm. And there's Dad's old truck. Now, as bad as it looked like this when we got it back, with the exception of the tires had air in them. But Dad bought those Keystone Classic rims on here brand new in 1979. He bought the truck. First thing he did was went to Sears, put a set of rims and tires on it. Go figure. So the window in the driver's door is not down, it's busted. The limb that fell on this went through that window on the side there. The back window's been out for a long time. This dent got put on while it was away. I have no idea where the tailgate went. It's been gone a long time. We did not primer the inside of the bed. That is the factory undercoating from the paint, from where the paint has peeled off for some reason, and that's what's left. So there it is in all of its splendid rotten glory. It is beat up and dented all to pieces. Again, you know, it didn't used to be. That's how it was when we got it back to us. So the last time it was on the road and tagged, 1987. 1987. So I have no plans to restore this truck. I've got a black 79 that sits up at the house that I play around with. My goal is to try to get this thing up out of the mud and get those rims off of it. Not that I think the rims are absolutely fabulous, but I want to try to fix them, get them cleaned up just a little bit, and get a different set of tires on them. And I want to put them on a different truck because it's old and rusted and beat up as well. But this one here, I'm going to try to at least get it to start and move. The factory 302 is still in it, but you can see it's been stripped. The dash for this one is actually taken out and put in my black truck, which is what this dash come out of. But as you can see, this dash has been cut all to pieces. I mean, it has holes everywhere on this thing. So I'm just going to throw it back in there enough to where I can put a key switch in it, mount the steering column back up a little bit better than what it is. And that's what we're going to do. That way I can put some tires on this thing and see if I can get it to roll, which maybe I'll bring you along with me for that, because I'm going to have to break all the brakes loose on it and get them straightened up. So it is what it is. You'll see my son working with me here and there. You won't see too much, I don't think, of me behind the camera, because I don't really have a camera. This is all taken off a phone, and that's just where it is. But those rims are probably going to go on that right there. That is a short wheelbase 1961 F100 unibody. Still has the 223 straight six in it and a 3-speed. Originally with a column. Some previous owner stuck it to the floor. They didn't do a very good job of it, so we're going to have to try to straighten it up and fix it. It's definitely got dents in it. You can see all the Bondo and stuff right there. That's there, and it's got some spots, that's for sure. Got some rust holes. You can tell I've already come up and I've cleaned all the briars and trees and stuff out from around it. It's been sitting here for several years, but my son wants it. He wants us to go through this and try to get it fixed up and running for him. And I told him I'd be more than happy to try to help him. I tried to talk him into working on a Corvair, but he didn't have no interest in that. So, yeah, well, it is what it is, you know. So it ain't no big deal. We're just going to see what happens. And so we're going to get this old thing kind of fired up. I don't know if you can tell, brake pedal stuck down to the floor. Because why not? You know, it seems like everything I've got I have to fix brakes on. My black 79, it ain't got no rear brakes, so I don't drive it too often at the moment. But overall, it's not too bad of a truck. It's got 89,988 miles on it. By the way this truck looks, I'm going to say it's rode over at least once, if not twice. This definitely been used and worked and loved, that's for sure. I do like those speakers that they put in the door, though. That's pretty nifty. I bet they looked real good when they put them in there years ago. That it would have been probably like a chrome grill on it, chrome outer ring. Seems pretty nice. I think I'd have enjoyed that back in the day. But my issue with the truck here now is it's not locked up. It does turn over by hand. There's a lot of little things on this thing that's wrong with it. Stuff that's missing in different things. But well, you can see it's definitely down in the dirt. I mean, like a lot. You know, it's all the way down. The exhaust is in the mud, so I've got to get it up and get some different tires on it. That way we can do something with it. Definitely got some rust. The floorboards are rotted out. Most of this stuff I can find parts for, but I'm having a big problem trying to find an air cleaner for this thing. I'd like to put a factory one back on it, because it's been years since anything's on it, so you can see all the dust and the cobwebs and stuff in it. No worries, I'm going to take that off, and if I have to pop the intake manifold off of it, you know, we will. It ain't no big deal. I'll pop the manifolds off and clean it out and straighten it up. I don't mind doing that if I have to. We just want to get it to where we can get it yard driving. Hopefully, you know, sooner than later, but you know, life happens, so who knows. But I'm digging the old truck. It definitely has a lot of patina, a lot of rust on it. Somebody had put some holes up in the hood, so I don't believe that was factory. If it was, by all means, somebody let me know, and we'll see what we can do about it. So, but that's about all the junk I've got down here right now. We might get some more stuff. Who knows? We might get rid of some stuff. You never know. So we'll just go through life and see what happens and do what we have to do. All of these open spots, up until about a year ago, were full of cars. Grandpa's getting on up in his mid to late 80s, and he's decided to get rid of a lot of stuff. So everything that was left is pretty much gone. Everything left down here now either belongs to me, my brother, or my uncle. It's my uncle's Rambler right there. Nice car. The window's not busted out, but it's stuck down and the door is stuck shut. I asked him if he wanted me to mess with it. He said he wasn't concerned about it, so I said okay. It is what it is. But the old Corvairs, you know, none of them have motors in them anymore, except for the 63 back off in the woods over there. That one's still got the motor and transmission both in it. And most of these cars I bought for a little of nothing. The white one and the 63 back in the woods over there, I think I paid 25 bucks for both cars. The guy just wanted them out of his yard. Had them in his backyard. He'd restored one years ago, and they were just sitting there rotting. And I don't remember why I bought the 64. I believe I bought it for that piece of chrome trim right there, if I remember correctly. And of course it's gone now. And the reason it's gone is because it's on the blue one that was up in the barn up there where we started at. But I just thought we'd go through some of this stuff together, and I look forward to working on some things with my son. He's never been inclined to do too much when it comes to working on cars, and now that he's getting an interest in it, I'm hoping to be able to go through it with him. Maybe we can learn something together. I'm definitely not a experienced mechanic by a major amount by any means. I can tinker with stuff, but that's about it. But you'll end up seeing us do a little welding on the truck over there. We'll definitely be doing some electrical issues, brakes, any kind of mechanicing we got to do. We're just gonna get done. That's just kind of the way it's gonna be and the way it's gonna have to go. But anyway, folks, you know, friends, I hope you are having a great day. Enjoy this beautiful weather that we've been blessed with, and we look forward to seeing y'all down the road. Y'all have a good day. Goodbye.